welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hi, my name is Diamante, and today we're going to be talking all about my engagement ring, which I'm so excited to talk to you guys about. First things first, I do want to just thank you guys so much for like all the love and support that you guys have been giving Lou and I about our engagement. It really means the world to us. We're super excited. Like, we've been waiting a really long time to be able to, you know, move into this phase of our relationship. So we're super excited to be able to share some of it with you guys. And yeah, so that's that. And I do want to just start off by saying that, like, any engagement ring that you choose for your partner or that your partner chooses for you will be perfect. Like, the ring is a symbol of love and commitment that you both are willing to make to each other. So I just wanted to like say that, and like how wonderful it is that this is like something that like you're thinking about doing like with your partner, or that you guys are thinking about doing together. I also just wanted to say that like I have a lot of notes because like this was a very like well-researched thing that like we did, like obviously before making such a big investment. So I have a lot of notes, so if it looks like I'm reading off of something, I probably am, but like rest assured it's all stuff that's like curated and like well thought out. And so yeah, first things first is I want to say that like obviously there's not a ton about Lou and I or like our relationship that is conventional, and of course within like the unconventional like fashion, we decided that we wanted to design a ring together. And like we had so much fun doing this, and it gave us like an extra thing to look forward to together. And like I always kind of knew that I wanted to design a ring, and so like I just want to say like I'm not new to this, I'm true to this. I grew up always going to jewelers with my grandpa in Colombia. I would always go over the summers and I would always like pick something up new, like that would usually be my birthday present. So I knew that I wanted to be part of this process specifically because if you guys didn't know, Diamante actually means diamond in Spanish. And like I have been waiting my whole life like for this moment, like to be able to pick out a diamond with my partner and like be part of that process. I've always talked about this, like my grandpa and I always talked about this, like it was like a dream that we had together. I like, it's bittersweet that he's not physically here anymore, but I know that like he was there like the moment that I got engaged, and so is my grandma. And while I'm bummed like I can't share that with them in person, like I know that they're always with me, and I know that they like saw the whole thing, so that brings me like a lot of peace. And I do want to say that like with designing it, like some people are like, no, I want to be surprised, like this and that, which is all fine, but like at the end of the day, like your engagement ring is gonna be something that hopefully you're wearing for the rest of your life. So yeah, like we wanted to make sure I tried different stones on, because sometimes what you like may not look good on your fingers or may not look good on your hands. So it's like a dress, right? Like you think that you like one thing, and then like that maybe not, like might not fit your body type or whatever the situation is. So this is very similar in that sense. I did lots and lots of research about different engagement rings, like engagement ring shopping, like the process, all that stuff. I did just want to call out like a few of my favorite YouTubers. So one that I wholeheartedly definitely recommend is by Bonnie Jewelry, and another YouTuber that I watch, his name is That Guy Osiris, and I really like him because he's like super no nonsense about the jewelry business, and he has like really entertaining videos. So definitely give them both a watch, give them a subscribe. They're super useful and knowledgeable about everything that is related to the jewelry business, specifically engagement rings. I did just want to put a couple boundaries within this video. You guys know at this point I'm like the queen of boundaries. So first things first is I kind of just want to take away the stigma that's attached with couples going ring shopping together. Like I said, this made us super excited to do together, and we made a day out of it. So we went to brunch after shopping together, and yeah, like some people are like, oh well, like the bride shouldn't know like when she's getting engaged. I think that we're in the 21st century. Like, design whatever rules you want, like as a couple, like that's okay. And even if it's totally different than what everybody else around you is doing, it's still okay. I just want to say, like, any kind of fashion trends, engagement rings specifically go in and out of style. So just don't bash anybody else's ring just because you don't like it. It doesn't mean that someone else doesn't love it. And then the final thing that I wanted to say was just don't be negative in the comments. Lou and I are both super excited for all the wedding content, and we've both been waiting such a long time to be able to share this with you guys. So yeah, that's that. So now let's talk about ring inspo. So I have been planning my life since like I was in high school. Like, I'm a Cancer, so like, you know, Cancers are like the maternal sign of the zodiac. Like, we love family. Like, anyway, I've planned out like my whole life. Anyway, so I have had this specific ring like on my Pinterest board, like on vision boards since 2014. I've always loved cushion cut halos, like especially after seeing like Kim Kardashian, Sofia Vergara, Chrissy Teigen, Meghan Markle, Daisy from The Great Gatsby. Like, oh my gosh, that scene where like Daisy has like her hand like draped over the couch and like she's just like resting on it. I just always knew, like at that moment, I was like, oh, like I like love the 1920s. I love that era and like all the jewelry from that era. And like, oh man, I just knew that like someday I was gonna have a ring like that. And now I do. And yeah, so I always knew that. So just so you guys know, halos actually go all the way back to the Georgian era in Europe, which is about the 1700s. What we consider to be the classic halo setting of today has its origins in the Art Deco era of the 1920s. The Art Deco movement included an emphasis on symmetry and geometric patterns. The concentric circles around a centering stone were perfect for the Art Deco aesthetics, although the practice of surrounding a center stone with other stones has never gone out of style. The classic halo setting has gone in and out of fashion since its initial emergence in the 1920s, which makes sense as to why Daisy has a very similar ring in The Great Gatsby. Cushion cut is a modern version of a diamond that's referred to as the old mine cut. This cut of diamond goes as far back as the 1700s as well, to the diamond mines of Brazil. The Hope diamond, which I'll include a picture of somewhere here, is a famous example of an old mine cut diamond. And so like my original like inspiration for the ring was that I wanted something that was like sleek, elegant, timeless. Like, I kind of wanted it to have like an antique feel, but I also like wanted it to be dainty and like not very bulky like the way other like halos have looked in the past. Sometimes like I've seen some where like halos kind of look like very overwhelming and it kind of like swallows the main stone, and I knew I didn't want that. I was like very specific about like the kind of halo that I wanted. So the next portion of this video is going to be all about the production process. So I did a lot of research about like the 4 C's and specifically about like the cut of diamond that I wanted and like how I was basically going to be able to like look out for certain things. So obviously like the big things that you're looking for is like color, cut, clarity, and of course carat. We shopped around a lot and we kept coming back to the diamond factory. Like, we literally shopped around for like a year. Like, that's how long this whole thing has been like happening. Like, it's literally been a year. So Lauren from the diamond factory helped us out. So if you guys didn't know, fun fact, there's only a handful of diamond cutting facilities around the world. Diamonds are usually cut in countries like Belgium, India, Israel, but you don't actually have to travel to see this. This is like a very unique process that takes place. We only have about 3 diamond cutting facilities in the United States, and guess what? The diamond factory is one of them, which is absolutely why I love this place. They obviously cut all their diamonds on site, which lets them polish them and cut them and send them for certification and make them available to customers. And because they control the entire process from the rough diamond to the polished diamond, they can ensure that the diamonds meet their strict quality standards. And I can't stress that enough. Like, quality, especially when you're making such a large investment, is super important, because obviously like you could get anything that's like cheap. Like, you could obviously go to like a big box store and like purchase a diamond, but like you obviously want something that's going to be able to like stand the test of time. As soon as you walk into the diamond factory, there is like clear windows, which just shows both literally and figuratively like how transparent they are about their entire process. They're super welcoming to anybody that's interested in learning about the process of cutting diamonds. And you can actually like see all their expert artisans cutting diamonds like literally right there on the wheel. They use a combination of cutting edge technology, lasers, and old-fashioned knowledge to give every diamond that is cut a pristine color and shine that is unlike any other. And that is like so true, especially when it comes to diamonds. Like, I mean, diamonds aren't really like a dime a dozen, but like every one is so uniquely beautiful. Like every single one that you like see in their factory, like they literally have like the creme de la creme, like the best diamonds that you could possibly pick. And then another cool thing about this is actually many of their craftsmen have a long time of working with diamonds. Like they do have one diamond cutter like on site who's actually like a 5th generation diamond cutter, and his great-great-grandfather started cutting diamonds in Amsterdam, and then like he has like this whole history when they moved to South Africa, they moved to London, they moved to the United States. And so over time, obviously that craft has gotten like passed down from generation to generation. I would love to be able to have something like that for my family, like something that I'm able to pass down. I don't have anything that cool yet, but I really love that like they have stayed like within like the diamond cutting business. Like it's so fascinating, and it really is that like a craft. And also like they all have like, everyone there that works at the diamond factory has a crazy amount of knowledge, and like they know everything about like the process of cutting and shaping diamonds. I do have a clip where like one of the people that works there, she's like talking about it, one of the jewelers actually, because they know so much about cutting diamonds. Like they've been able to cut for some of the biggest diamond houses in the world. So like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and share some of the clips from behind the glass so you guys can actually see what the diamond cutting process looks like. So I'll insert those here.
Biggest jewelers are like the messiest people ever, but we always know exactly where everything is.
That is very true.
Yeah, we know where everything is all the time.
So I have different piles of what's going on here, and even though for me, I can tell you what stone is which, because if I'm looking at a stone, I've already seen it, and know what the color and clarity of the stone will be, or is currently, and what it will be once we recut it. Because a lot of times, stones that come in damaged with chips or whatever, they could be like an I1 or something like that because of the damage. Whereas once we recut it, get rid of it, even though we're losing weight on the stone, the clarity and the color of the stone may improve and become worth more than what it was when it came in.
Wow.
At one stone we had, it was a 2-carat stone. We recut it because I'll show you. They had a chip going from the girdle all the way down to the Hewitt, and there was a cavity in the Hewitt, and it was 220 round brilliant. And when we recut it, it came out to be like a 103.
Wow.
How severe the damage was.
Wow. 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 Wow.
But it was worth $4,000 because we improved the clarity, we improved the look of the stone, and we got to like an excellent cut rate. So everything turned out to be worth more
Wow.
than it was.
That shows you like what you have to pass it, right?
Yeah, so this right here is a machine that we use to tell us what the current parameters of the stone are when we get it in, and I can show you. You can see it's gonna, if we were to recut it to a cushion or whatever, it looks like it's gonna recut to about a 3-carat stone. And it looks like we're wasting a lot of material. And we could be wasting a lot of material, but we could be eliminating a lot of inclusions as well. I've already done a little bit of work on this.
Wow.
But as you can see,
Wow. So how long do these take like to cut?
So for the cutting process, because of we had to remove the extra material and excess whatnot. Actually, we're going for the fancy shapes. Right now, he's got a
Oh, is that a marquee?
Yeah, he's got a marquee, and you can see the outline of what he's trying to get. And if I'm correct, yeah, we're recutting this to an oval. So the tool that he's working with is the top tool, and it has the gauges set on there for him to be able to make the dresses without this.
Wow.
But it is very precise, and if he doesn't get it set the right way, it could end up taking an extra facet on it, and then some of the things will have to go back and redo everything.
This is Lauren. She is stunning. So she is my jeweler here at the Diamond Factory, and today we're gonna try on some rings. And she just walked us through like the whole diamond cutting process. And if you guys ever are in Dallas, come and see her. And even if you're not in Dallas, still see her anyway. Oh yeah, I'll try this one on. Can you talk about what it is?
Yeah, so this is an emerald cut eternity band. This one is actually in lab grown. This is set in platinum. It has 15.42 carats total weight. They're G in color and VS in clarity. All of these stones were cut right back there in our cutting facility, and then they were set back there as well. So this one's gonna be $37,400.
Cool. Let's try her on.
Yeah.
The way this looks like a Super Bowl ring.
I love it.
It's so
Isn't it
nice
fun?
though. Yeah. I feel like if I got one like this would just be like the ring, and you can't like
Oh
wear
yeah,
something else with
no.
it.
Or like a pointer finger ring.
Yeah.
It would be fun for a pointer finger. Hi. This is a 3.5 carat.
It's a big mama.
Yellow, yeah, fancy yellow cushion cut. It's VVS2 in color, and it's GIA certified.
There's something about the yellow, right?
I know, it's kind of just elite.
Yeah, I love it. That's really pretty.
I love it. I would.
So basically what the process looks like when you guys are engagement ring shopping / designing is we had our consultation, we discussed different styles that we liked, what we didn't like, budget of course, which is like what I said, like one of the most important things. Lifestyle is another thing that's like super important, and then from there we tried on different styles, we figured out my size. Another thing that was like very important too that they do is that like they show you different wedding bands that you could pair with your engagement ring, because obviously like if you pick something that's low set and then it doesn't like sit flush with your engagement ring, like some people don't like that. And then yeah, we also finally like picked out a stone, and then we designed the setting, and then from there, once they set the stone into the setting, which they do in store, they called us back and let us know that the ring was ready to try on again and obviously to pick it up. And so yeah, this process I think took like less than a week. Sometimes it takes longer. It depends on like what the season is, because like obviously there's like different engagement seasons, so sometimes it could take longer. But yeah, I think it helps too that like obviously they don't have to send the ring anywhere, like everything is done in-house, so it was a pretty speedy process. So the next part of this that I'm going to talk about is the ring design. So yeah, let's move into that. Okay, so here is the ring. As you guys can see, her in all her glory. So this is a cushion cut halo ring on a micropave setting, and the micropave actually has French cuts. And so I'll also take out the ring so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about for this part. But this is here we go. So as you guys can see, this is a clutch setting, and I absolutely like love the way that you can see the little bit of pavilion and the Q-lip because of the clutch setting, which I really like. I don't know, I feel like it's super different. The other thing about this that you guys can probably see is that, well, hopefully you guys can see it, but if you can't, it's Also has talon prongs. A couple of things that were kind of important to me were obviously just making sure that it was eye clean, which means that you can't like see any inclusions with the naked eye. But yeah, like there's other things that you guys can look for like when you guys are designing your ring. Like for example, you guys could do like lower in clarity, higher in color, which helps with pricing. On top of that, like let's say you set your ring in like yellow gold, you can actually go down in color because obviously like the yellow kind of like offsets that. So those were just like some of the things that like you can keep in mind when you guys are shopping for a ring. Let's move into the next section of the video, which is all about the diamonds and the ring. So first things first is like no matter what you pick, an engagement ring is a celebration of love, and it doesn't matter what ring you pick. Like don't compare rings. No matter what ring you get your partner, like that ring will be the perfect ring. The other thing about my ring too is that the setting is in platinum and it has a rhodium dip on top of it. And honestly, like at first I was kind of like apprehensive about like the platinum because I was like not used to the weight of that at all. But now like I kind of love it because it has kind of more of like a luxe feeling to it. Like it has like a nice weight. And yeah, platinum is a little bit more of an expensive metal, but it is more durable, and I'm very rough on my hands. So we just felt like that was a better option. So yeah, as I said, this is a cushion brilliant diamond. It literally just like shows like the best fire in my opinion. And the ring is in total almost 3 carats, I think, but the main stone is above 2 carats. For security reasons, like I'm not gonna be specific about the amount of carats. It is D color, it's VS1 clarity, excellent polish, cut, symmetry, no fluorescence, which is super important with picking a lab grown diamond, which brings me to my next point.
A kiss on the hand may be quite continental, but diamonds are a girl's best friend.
Yeah, a lab diamond. Here is the next part of my video, which is all about lab diamonds. So yeah, I do have a lab diamond as my main diamond. All the other diamonds in my setting are natural diamonds. So there's 2 kinds of lab grown processes. There's CVD, which is chemical vapor deposition, and HPHT, which is high pressure, high temperature. The one that you will commonly see right now on the market is CVD because that is like cheaper to mass produce. HPHT mimics what the actual like natural diamond growth process looks like, so that one does take longer to make, and those are a little bit more expensive. So I did kind of just want to go over a couple reasons why we went down the lab grown route. So number 1 is that my diamond is IGI certified, which is the industry standard for lab grown diamonds. Like you could obviously get like a GIA certified one, but like IGI was doing it first, and like I said, like they are like the industry standard for lab grown diamonds. So right away that was like a big green flag for me when we shopped at the diamond factory. Another reason why is because it's definitely like way more affordable to pursue this option. It's about 40 to 50 less expensive than a mine diamond, and we wanted to get a great diamond but like not break the bank. So like you can get quality and like not have to pay like selling your kidney for, and you can also get 35% larger of a diamond if you go down the lab grown route instead of a mine diamond. So that was like one of the big components as to why we decided to go down this route. Another reason why is because like I know and Lou knows that like we will never sell the ring. Some people worry about like certain jewelry depreciating in value due to like how many lab grown diamonds are produced. However, I have seen like a couple of videos about people disproving this. Specifically that guy Osiris, he did a really cool one all about how like you can still actually sell your lab grown diamonds like for pretty good prices. And there are people like in the comments too that like say that specific jewelers will buy back lab grown diamonds and give a very good price like for those diamonds. But like I said, like we're not very concerned about that. Even like with natural diamonds, like there are jewelers who do like a buyback guarantee, but like most of the time, like let's say like you move or something and like you can't go to that jeweler, a lot of the times like rings, diamonds, all those things depreciate in value over time. Like the only time that like you'll ever see like a diamond like increase like crazily in value would be like something like the Hope diamond, right? Like obviously that's like a rare diamond because it's a very big diamond. So yeah, so that was like a very big like reason for me to, is like they're kind of like cars. Like once you take them out the jewelry store, like they start depreciating in value. Not that I'm wishing this on anybody, but like truth be told, you don't know like if your jeweler will ever close. So like how good is like the buyback guarantee really? I don't know, that's just my opinion. Obviously like people can have theirs about rings, or well, not rings, but like diamonds specifically, but that was my opinion about that. And also like another thing for us too was that like if like I ever did upgrade my ring in the future, like I would either keep this as something to wear with silver jewelry, or keep this as like, I don't know, my vacation ring, or like either reset it into like a necklace or a bracelet, or even pass it down to our sons. If like we have boys someday, like maybe I'll pass it down to my firstborn, who knows. But yeah, that was like something that I also like wanted to keep in mind, is that like the ring or like the diamond in some capacity will always be with us, because obviously this is the first one. So that's that. Another thing too, which is like something that I've already mentioned, but quality is like the biggest one, like quality. So lab grown diamonds and mine diamonds have the same physical and chemical property. They're just as hard, they're just as brilliant, and they're just as beautiful. To the atomic level, mine and lab grown diamonds are exactly the same. The only way that you can tell the difference by these is by the serial number, which is usually laser engraved on the girdle, which you like can't see. Like you cannot see this like on the naked eye. So that's that. A big one, especially like for me, was carbon footprint. Like it's obviously no secret that like global warming is a thing right now, and it obviously affects all of us here on this planet. So yeah, with a lab grown diamond, there's no mining that's required. There's negligible air pollution, minimal water use. The difference here is about 127 gallons a carat for mine diamonds versus 18 gallons a carat for lab grown diamonds, which is like a crazy difference. And then like probably the biggest reason why we decided to go the lab grown route is because it's obviously conflict free and it's obviously ethically sourced. So, you know, miners work in very dangerous environments, aside from other things that go on like conflict diamonds in places like Africa. While this is something that happens less now because of the Kimberley process, it continues to be an issue. And I'm not implying that anywhere that we've shopped has conflict diamonds, but like we didn't want to run the risk of someone's human rights being violated either way. Like, have you guys seen Blood Diamond? If you haven't, like go watch it. It's on HBO Max. If you guys didn't know, like I love Leonardo DiCaprio, but aside from that, like he really cares about the environment, and it's a phenomenal movie. But yeah, like it just, like personally, it would not have made me feel good to know that there was a chance that people could have been exploited for the diamond on my finger. Like something about that was very unsettling to me. So that is that. This is gonna lead me to the outro of the video. So like I said, overall, like I had a really great like time with the Diamond Factory. Like so did Lou. Like I said, like Lauren is an angel, like sent from above. Like she really like went above and beyond for us. Like I 100% recommend Lauren and the rest of the team. Literally, like just like the quality, the craftsmanship, the attention to detail is just like unmatched. Like I don't know, I'm very picky about jewelry, and like I don't think I can ever shop anywhere else. Like now that I've gone to her, I'm like, I can't go anywhere else. Like that is gonna continue to be like the store for like my family and like special occasions for like as long as we continue to live. So yeah, and like I said before, like Lou and I really enjoyed like doing this process together. And like I will say that like getting engaged was like one of the happiest moments of our life. And you know, like if you do have the option to go down this route and design your ring together, like we definitely recommend it. But yeah, like again, like thank you guys so much for letting us share this with you guys. And like in the future, if you do get engaged, we hope it's as magical as the way ours was. But yeah, like it was just, it's been a great process, and like I continue to be excited about talking about it and spreading the word more about lab grown diamonds, and like talking more about like things that we're gonna be doing for our our wedding, and like, you know, even like starting to talk about like what we envision like parenthood being like. And you know, this is, I don't know, I feel like this is just like the beginning of the rest of our lives. So I'm like really excited about that. But yeah, I think that this is probably like the second of many engagement videos slash wedding videos to come. You guys really seem to be liking these, so I'll keep making them as long as you guys let me. But yeah, leave a like, a comment, subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Okay, bye.